Okay, welcome to my little video about how to make Millefiori beads out of polymer clay. First, you're going to want to choose your colors. I like to mix my own, so that's going to be the first part of this video. You can skip this step and buy whatever colors you like. Now remember, when mixing your colors, that a little dark goes a long way in a lighter shade. You can ruin your colors pretty easy if you don't pay attention to that rule. So my basic strategy for mixing these colors together is to just squish the colors together, roll them out into a tube, like I'm doing here, and then twist it up, roll it back into a ball, and roll it out again. Just keep going until it's nice and blended. Here's several little shots of me kind of in the process of making up the colors. And once you've got all your colors mixed up, you'll find you've got 5 of each, green and blue, nice little gradient there. And the green's going to go in the center bit, and the blue's going to go on the outside. Here is the image, that I based the center on. Got a dark middle fading to a lighter outside. I didn't save any process pictures of it because I'm an idiot, but that's what you end up with there, is a little tube. And here is the flower. It's the same basic concept, only instead of wrapping the darker colors around all the way like you do in the center, you make your central tube of a lighter color and then wrap the rest of the darker colors about 3/4 of the way through. Here we'll see me in the basic process of it, sped up in most places because it's kind of time consuming and a little boring to watch. So let's see if speeding it up a bit makes it a little more interesting. Okay, yeah. So this is taking a while. Let's speed it up again. Okay, here we go. Zipping right along now. Any minute. Man, this took me so much time in real life. Wish I could fast forward like this through the boring parts. I actually enjoyed doing this, sitting around and like watching a movie or talking to people while I'm doing it, because I like to keep my hands busy and do other things with my brain. Here's my daughter. She's a lot of questions about what I'm doing. Anyway, getting there. Okay, we're just about to the end of this part. Alright, let's slow it back down and see what I'm doing here. I like to put a little spike of a contrasting color right down the middle of the petal. It just gives it kind of a more flowery feeling. So speed it up again, because it takes a little while. Anyway, here we go, and slicing it right down the middle. Cut it up, make my wedge, shove it in, a little more cutting to make it fit. And there it is. Okay, now to finish it up, we're going to kind of squish it down a little bit. And we're going to need a little sheet of white to put on the outside of it to separate each petal from each other when they're kind of squished together. So there it is. Nice fast forwarding there, because that took a lot longer than it looked like. Anyway. So now what we're going to need to do is squish it a bit, and then we're going to roll it down into a tube that's about the same diameter as that center bit that we made before, the green part. So I think this is going to require a little fast forward, because it takes a while. Here we go. All right. Man, I'm fast at this. Okay. Okay, now that we've got it all rolled down to roughly the same diameter as that smaller center tube, we're gonna kind of smooth out the center, and we're gonna cut the ends off the petals, because the ends kind of get distorted as it all squishes together. In the middle, each slice will look pretty much like each other slice, but at the ends you gotta kind of clean up the distortion. You don't want to throw those away either, because they make good background for your beads or whatever other work you're doing with the clay. So now that we've got it all trimmed up, smooth it out just a little bit more, and we're going to cut it down into 6 equal pieces. Of course, I suspect this bit could use a little fast forward while we're at it. Here we go. Okay, looks like we've got those pieces sliced up. Here's what it's going to look like in the end. That's your goal. You're going to use that dark wedge that runs down the bottom of one side of the petal tube to line it up with the central bit. So here we go. We're just going to space all 6 of these equally around the outside of that central bit. So yeah, each one's the same as the last, so I think I'm going to have to speed this up again. And there we go. And there we go, all 6 bits together. Don't squish it down too much, because we're going to have one last step before we cut it. Here's what it's supposed to look like, once again. And now we're going to take a little more white, going to roll it out into a long, thin tube, and then squish it down till it's a triangular cross-section. Fast forward, isn't that lovely? Okay, so yeah, anyway, that's what we're going to do. Going to speed it up, going to roll that tube out. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just pinching it into a triangular shape. It uses wedges and kind of keep the shape of the petals a little better. And as you can see, I'm just I've pushed all 6 of them in there, and now I just kind of gently squeeze from the middle out, and that forces some of the air out. You do have a bit of a problem with polymer clay sometimes where you'll develop an air pocket, and if it's bad, it can really completely destroy your whole bead. Anyway, we're gonna roll it out and speed it up, because that takes a little while and it's kind of tedious. But man, it's actually kind of cool to watch it go really fast. Anyway, here we go. As you can see, I kind of gently work it as I go along and take my time, generally rolling from the inside to the out. And like I said, that helps with the air bubbles, and when you get used to this, you can kind of feel them in the middle even as you're rolling them out. And you really don't want to get those. It'll just kind of tear up the whole thing. Anyway, rolled it out far enough, taking a quick slice. India wants to see it. And there it is. Just like I hoped it would be. Hope you enjoyed my video. I will probably have more in the future.